If you ever get more information on this affair, I hope that you publish it. I have been wondering about this incident since 1993. Those were the words of the late Dennis F. Strenswilk, a man who, like everyone else at the '93 World Open, was so struck by the peculiar play of one man that it left him wondering about it for decades after. So who was this mysterious player that created such a stir? Well, wait until you hear what his name was, because 30 years later, is history repeating itself? This is the story of the '93 chess cheating scandal. So in the summer of '93, Philadelphia played host to the World Open, a prestigious chess tournament that attracted well-known players from all over the world. And in that particular year, it also attracted a completely unknown and unrated player, a man who went by this description: black with dreadlocks, wearing headphones, and with a sizable bulge in his pants. Now please, pull yourself together, not that kind of bulge. And for my non-American viewers, when I say pants, I mean trousers. No, this bulge was actually the vibrating kind. So this bulge in the mystery man's pocket would often buzz during games, and furthermore, his time management was very strange, as he either took a similar amount of time between moves or else had extremely long pauses at unusual moments. And it was not only these aspects that drew suspicion, so did the general nature of his play, which was a mixture of excellent results, such as in round 2, where he played this game to a draw with 6-time Icelandic champion Grandmaster Helgi Olafsson, and bizarre behaviour, such as in rounds 4 and 9. In round 4, this mystery man suddenly stopped playing in this position and then lost on time. In round 9, he spent 40 minutes thinking at this point in the game, even though there is only one sensible move, which is pawn takes bishop. Then he disappeared for a while, came back, played the correct move, and proceeded to win the game. Now in this day and age, such behaviour wouldn't last 5 minutes before someone called cheat. But what you've got to remember is that this was the early 90s. Not only were chess engines still relatively weak compared to the top human players, but you also didn't have smartphones capable of discreetly housing them on your person. So the idea of someone receiving any kind of engine assistance in an undetected manner was fairly inconceivable back then, and therefore unheard of. But nonetheless, by the end of the tournament, everyone knew something was afoot, and so a test was devised to catch the cheater out. An especially important test because this unknown man had done so well that he'd won a cash prize of $800 in the category of players without a rating. So before the organisers handed over the check, they asked him to solve a simple chess puzzle. Well, guess what? He refused, turned and left, and has never been seen at a chess tournament since. Or at least that's what I'm led to believe through the research I've done for this video, but I'm certainly now very curious as to whether anyone watching this can shed any light on who this man was and if indeed he did use technology to cheat. It looks almost certain that he did, and if that's the case, then it makes it one of the earliest known instances of a player using technology to cheat at chess. But now for the part that really struck me about this. But first of all, a thank you to the sponsors of this video, NordVPN. Now no one likes cheaters, and NordVPN helps keep you safe in a world which is sadly full of such people. Because in a nutshell, NordVPN protects you and your data when browsing the internet, especially important when you're doing sensitive things like online banking. And not only that, but they have some very cool features too. For example, as someone who lives in the UK, when I log on to Netflix, I only get access to Netflix UK content, which means I can't watch one of my favourite films, Interstellar, because it isn't available on Netflix UK, but if I log on to the French server, I can then reload Netflix and hey presto, watch Interstellar because it is available on Netflix France. And there are a ton of other examples like this across games as well. So I have to say I've personally been converted and highly recommend giving NordVPN a go. So do check out the link below and don't miss out on a huge discount that they're currently running when you initially sign up. So, despite the fact that we don't know this man's real name and identity, we do know the pseudonym he used to enter the tournament. His name? Niemann. Yes, you heard that right. 30 years ago, there was a man going by the name of Niemann who cheated at chess using a hidden device that wouldn't stop buzzing. Now, to be a little more precise, the full name was John von Neumann, but you can probably now see why I had to make this video. I mean, there are just no words right now, but it begs the question, why did the cheater use this fake name? Well, some of you watching this will already know that John von Neumann was a famous Hungarian-American mathematician, physicist, computer scientist, engineer and polymath. Now don't ask me what a polymath is, that one's off wiki, but hence why this was quite an apt though somewhat unsubtle name to use when cheating in a chess tournament. And for the record, while it's pretty clear that the mystery man cheated at the '93 World Open, I don't believe Hans Niemann cheated when he beat Magnus Carlsen at the Sinquefield Cup. But still, a crazy coincidence all the same. And if you still don't know about the biggest cheating scandal to ever hit the chess world, then you gotta check out the video on screen next.